Hey, Expediting with Lucy here, doing a night shoot. Mainly, I'm doing this because I wanted to experiment with something. Check this out. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is why we have a disco ball. I just need some music to go with this, but I can't blend music at the same time as I got my phone recording. Anyway, I'm back. I want to tell about one of the strangest pickups I ever did, or a drop I did. It was stunning. I picked up 2 boxes. They looked like job boxes. And for the life of me, I don't remember where I got them from. But it was a 7 a.m. delivery, and it was I do remember it was in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, some computer firm. Ultimately, when I unloaded the boxes, they took them in and they plugged them into the wall, so there was something in there that required power. I have no idea what it was. But I got to this business in Bethlehem, and it's right in the middle of town. It was called Synertech or Syntech or Synthergy or something. It was just this really strange name. And a couple things was weird is the fence around it was like 15 feet tall, which I'd never seen that before. And I get there, then I'm watching all the hidey holes, working a hideout. I'm literally in a town, and there's nowhere to hide. The closest truck stop was like 30 miles away, and it was really, the area was mountainous, so it was real slow driving. So I said, I don't really have a choice. I get there at 2 o'clock in the morning. I find the place, just scout it out, and they have the gate with the little push button. And just for giggles, I pulled up and I pushed the button. And instantly, a woman answered and said, "How may I help you?" And I'm like, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I said, I'm an expediter, I got a drop, and I just wonder, can I drop early? I'm supposed to be here at 7. She says, "Yes, come in," very formal, "come on in, go around the back and someone will meet you." And I was like, cool. So the gate opens. I motor on in, I go around the corner. And I can see in the entryway, it's, the entry of the business, and it's got like big tall entry. It's lit up like a Christmas tree in there. And I go by and I see a woman sitting behind a desk. And what I can see is about what I see on myself on this film. That's about the height I can see her. And she's young, very attractive, and she's staring straight out the door at me as I go by. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I go around back to the ramps. I can't use the dock because I'm a van. I gotta use the ramp. I go to the ramp and I wait a while and nobody appears. You walk around and there's usually a buzzer or a door sometimes, or a phone to get in contact. I don't remember. I think I banged on the door. I didn't hear anything. So I walk back around the building and I walk up to the front, and I'm standing within 20 feet of this woman, and there's a push button on the wall, and I call her and I said, hey, excuse me, there's nobody back here. Can you call? And she looked at me and said, yes, I'll call them again. And thank you. And I went back around and I waited a minute or two, and the door opens up and a guy comes out with a forklift. He starts unloading stuff. I said, hey, what's the story on the girl up front? It's 2:15 in the morning. Why do you have a secretary here? And the guy was down in front of me. He's bent down doing his thing. He spun around and stared me right in the eye, and he said, did you talk to her? And I said, yeah, like twice. And he says, come here. And he stood up, and he's got one of those little cards, little pass cards, and it's on a little reel. And he walked, and he swiped the door, and it opened. He swiped the door, and opened. He swiped the door, and opened. We go around front. We open the door, and the woman is sitting right there in a chair. She's wearing a blue dress. She's got her hands like this on the desk. There is nothing on the desk. Nothing. And I walk around in front of her, and she looks at me. She tilts her head, she blinks, she smiles. I slid off to the side. Her head went with me. She blinked, and she smiled at me. It was a freaking robot. And the only reason I knew it was a robot is she was flawless, absolutely, completely, utterly flawless. And he said she knows every number, stat, statistic, $sign, anything you want to know about this company, you ask her and she can answer it right now. And she's a super Alexa. And this person thing is still staring at me, and I move, and the eyeballs are moving around. And then I said, really? And I said, okay, name the lineup of the 1927 World Series. And it went. I mean, just like that. Boom, 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 boom. This position, this player, this number. And I was like, ah. I saw Terminator. I know it's about to happen. So that's the future. And the guy said to go on YouTube. Imagine that. He said go on YouTube, look it up. You look up realistic human robots on YouTube, and you will see them. They're interviewing them. It's bizarre. But I met one up close, and if you weren't warned, I tell you, that's a freaky experience to have that robot going at you. But that was weird. And they said the one thing is, whatever it's made out of, he says you don't touch it because the oils on your skin cause it to discolor or something, so you just don't actually touch it. But her hair moved when she turned her head. It was just, like I said, I saw Terminator. Anyway, that's just something I want to talk about. And hey, I like experimenting with this in the dark. All right, this is Expediting with Lucy, and I'm out.